Hello, my name is Bill. This is a compass, 360 degrees. This is a protractor that measures degrees. These maps, this is worthless. The globe is worthless. It should be illegal. We need to get rid of it. This map isn't done correctly either. It has degrees on it. Degrees are on a 360 degree circle. This is what the Earth actually looks like. It's flat, a top and a bottom, 360 degrees on the outside. I've drawn a 360 degree circle. I put a square on the outside of this circle. This map should have circles on it, just like this. And you would measure it at 0 to 90 degrees to 180 degrees, 270, 360. It's the same thing. It doesn't matter if you lie it flat or on the wall. It's 0, 90, 180, 270, 360. We should not have degrees. They're just certain lines. That's all they are, lines. If you would create a circle, these outside corners would be not apart. Whoever created this map gave us lines and put 1, 2, 3, and then start doing 15, 30, 45, and so on. There's 180 to the east, 180 to the west, 90 and 90. It makes no sense. First of all, who's going to know where the center of the Earth is? Who's going to know what the Earth looks like? This is us looking down on the Earth. The opposite is going up in elevation, altitude. No one's going to know what this looks like. Humans cannot create maps. We did not create these maps. What we should be doing is calling these, this is the north half, south half, east half, west half, quarters, northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest. What they should have done, instead of put degrees, they should have put a distance from these lines. How far is this line? If you're going to do a survey, don't put degrees, put the distance of the lines. Nobody knows what the distance of these lines are. It's a lot of guessing. Everybody has a different opinion on how far everything is. The scales don't even work. Let's go with this. This is the center. North goes on for eternity. Each direction goes on for eternity. It's impossible for north to reach south. That's why we don't use globes. If you look at this map, this is actually a 0 degree line on your protractor, which means every line, whether it's on the east or I'm going this direction, all these lines are at 0 degrees. So you can go this way, you can go this way. These are actually 0 degree lines. Now, minutes and seconds, what they're doing here, I'm going to, first of all, let's go back to our rotating Earth. This is north. If you rotate it west to east, what happens? We don't see the map. We don't see the Earth. If we go counterclockwise, we're going to turn this map upside down. Makes no sense if you want to move this Earth. Now I'm going to show you, this is a map of California and Nevada. This is line 120, line 120. It's a line, it's not degrees. Right next to line 120 is called Mount Diablo Basin Meridian. It's actually a building with a bronze monument. It's labeled 121 degrees, 54 minutes, 48 seconds. Latitude 37 degrees, 52 minutes, 54 seconds. All these are lines. It should be line 120, line 121. The minutes and seconds are multiplied by each other. There's 60 minutes, 60 seconds. That would be 3,600 lines in between 120 and 121. That's 3,600 lines. You can create any distance you want. You can create as many lines on a map as you want to. All this is done incorrectly. My point is, a map should be created with a circle. You can still put it on a square map, but it should show all these lines so we can still find longitude and latitude, but we also know that the outside of our Earth is a circle and that we're going up. No one's ever going to see the bottom of the Earth. We don't have pictures of the bottom of Earth. If you can show me the North Pole and the South Pole, actually the center of the Earth is actually a buoy. It's actually in the middle of the ocean below Africa. So you can find videos of this. I want to see a video of the North Pole, the South Pole, the Northwest. I want to see the corners. What do the corners look like? What do the corners of the Earth look like? I'm pretty much done. Maps are done wrong, but that's the way the gods did it, that we have to live with it. Now I'm going to change subject. Since I have a map here, let's say we want to find out which direction Amelia Earhart was traveling from the United States towards Australia. If she would keep going, east goes on for eternity, she would never stop. The directions don't stop. But she also would have hit the dome. There's a dome that covers the entire Earth. If you look up, you can see the sky. You can see for 360 degrees. There's a dome on top of it. She would have died instantly. Guess who Amelia Earhart was? She's David Letterman. He's an actor. He put on a wig, put on a blouse, stood in front of a bunch of airplanes, and pretended to be Amelia Earhart. Amelia Earhart doesn't exist. This is what these actors do. I'm changing the subject here, but since you're here, if we know how a map doesn't work, our president is Elvis Presley. He's also known as Donald Trump. He faked his death and he always used to dye his hair, and then he's always been blonde. But this is what these people do. Jimi Hendrix, also known as Morgan Freeman. Janis Joplin, also known as Tracy Ullman. Stevie Ray Vaughan, also known as Tommy Lee Jones. All these actors are doing this. I think Gary Moore is John C. Reilly. Robbie Benson is an actor. He's also known as Anson Mount. I got so many of these, I gave up. I got bored with them. Okay, this is what these people do. They're rich and they're famous. They can do whatever they want. They run our Earth. Okay. NASA is just a bunch of actors, a bunch of rich people that are pretending we went to the moon, that the Earth rotates and it tilts on its axis and all this crap. I'm going to start calling some people by name. Obviously, Neil deGrasse Tyson doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just an actor. He's rich and famous, and he's pretending all this crap. These are flat earthers. I've tried to contact them. David Weiss, Mark Sargent, Eric Dubay, Tyler Hansen. They won't get back to me. I think they work for NASA. You don't have to do an hour video on how this Earth works. It's flat. Just north, south, east, and west. That's all you have to do with. Don't go to Antarctica. Don't tell me the ship goes over this, that, or that. You know, this is another one of my videos. Thanks for watching.